dugsiga boardingka iyo maalinlaha ah ee Amano Boarding and Day School.
Good morning, children. Welcome to our today's lesson. And before we start our today's lesson, you can see here I have the timetable for exam. Our third term cycle 1 exam is coming. Next week we are starting our exam. So this is what you are going to do on Saturday, that is next week. We'll be having the English exam. Sunday we'll be having social study. Monday we have mathematics. Tuesday we have science. Then on Wednesday we have Arabic. That's next week. Then the second week, that is from 16th to 20th, we'll be having Islamic on Saturday. That is 16th of May. We'll be having Islamic. So children at home, can you ensure that you revise more for the exam? Also, dear parents, please help the kids. I know now you have the kids at home. Please encourage them to do thorough revision for the exam, because it's coming. We have only a few days, then the exam starts. Now let's go to our today's lesson. And today, the topic for today, we are going to talk about, they are still in resources and economic activities. Can we remind ourselves what we said resources are? We said resources are things that we need them every day. The things we need them every day. And what are economic activities? Economic activities, these are the things, this is the work that people do to get the money. So we are still dealing on resources and economic activities. Now our subtopic for today, we are going to learn about main means of travel in our district. What do you use children to go to school? Some will come to school by bus, some will walk. So we want to learn the main means of transport. So people in our district travel in different ways. Maybe you want to move from your house to the market. You want to move from the house to school. So what do you use? And we say travel is to move from one place to another. That movement, moving from here to another, it's what we call the travel. So what do we use to travel? Now children, we have three main means of travel. We have three means in travel. One, we have by air. This is one mean of travel. We have by land, and also we have by water. We have three means of travel. Now let's look at the means of travel. Let's look at each other one by one, and we start by land. What do we use to travel on land? The following are means of travel, of transport used on land. One, we have train. Train is used on land, and train moves in a railway lines. It uses the railway lines. So we have the train. Another way of travel on land we use by walking. This one is commonly, when you want to go to the shop, you have to walk. So you don't need any mean there, you just walk. So this one is commonly used in our district, walking. Now the people who walk along the road, you don't use anything, you just walk by your foot. We call them the pedestrians. The people walking along the road, we call them the pedestrian. Then the pedestrian use the zebra crossing when they want to cross the road. You have to use the zebra crossing because this is the safe place for you to cross the road. So if you are walking along the road and you want to cross the road, you walk until where you see the zebra crossing, then you can cross. So they cross the road on zebra crossing. Then we have, let's look more on the vessels used on land, and these all are is what we use on land to move from one place to another. We can use the car, you can use the motorbike, we can use the bus, then the bicycle, we have the lorry, and then we have the tractor. All these are used on land. This one they use the road. So, and they can move everywhere. If you want to go to another town, you can take the bus. You want to go to run to the shop, you can take the bicycle. You want to go to school, your father can use his car to take you to school. So these ones are used on land. These ones are commonly used. Now, let's look at the means of transport used on here. What do you use on here? Now, you just seated in your house, then you hear there's some noise on the air. What's that? An aeroplane is passing by. So, on here we have an aeroplane. We also have the jets. These ones are used on here. Maybe you know these ones are commonly used by people who want to move from one country to another. And the means of transport used on air is the most expensive one, because now you have to book it on all this. So this one is most expensive, and it's also the one which is the most fast. If you want to move very fast, is the fastest mean of transport. So air transport is the most expensive mean of transport. We use air transport to travel from one country to another. Now, where can I get these ones? You find them in the airport. So you have to walk to the airport for you to get these ones. You not get them anywhere. So these ones you only find them in the airport. You have to move to the airport, then you can board your the jet, or you can take the aeroplane to go where you want. Now, let's look again on the means of transport used in water. Now, these ones move in water. We have the boat. The boat is used to, maybe you are in the river or in the sea. So this one is used by people to cross from one side to another. We also have the ship. If you look, the boat and the ship, they're almost the same, but the ship is big. The ship is used to carry people. It can be used to carry animals. Also the vehicles. Maybe you want to move to cross. You have your car and there's no other way to cross. So you have to use the ship. You cross to the other to go where you're going. So water transport is the slowest. If you compare now, you are using the ship and someone else is using the bus. Someone is using the bus, maybe you're going somewhere. Someone is using the bus, we reach where he or she is going before the person is using the ship, because the ship moves slowly, not the way the bus, the aeroplanes move. So this is the slowest means of transport. Now, you want to move or you want to travel. There are things you're going to check before you choose what mean of transport you're going to use. Am I going to use the bus? Am I going to use the aeroplane? Or am I going to use the ship? What are things you check before getting any mean of mean? One, you check the distance. The distance, where you going to, from where you have to where you are going. So you have to weigh the distance in between. So for you check now, I want to go to the market. Which one am I going to use? You can't use the aeroplane to go to the market. No, you just pick his one. Which one is that? You can use the bicycle or use your car. So one, we check the distance. Number two, the cost of transport. You check, I want to go to this place. Now, if I use the aeroplane, this is the cost I'm going to spend. If I use the bus, this is what I'm going to spend. So you check the cost of the transport. How much does it cost for you to use the aeroplane, and how much it costs you to use a bus? So you weigh the cost of transport. We also have the safety. Maybe you're traveling, or maybe you want to carry your things. Let's say you have your goods, or you have some things you want to move from one place to another. Now, how sure are you these things, if I use this mean of transport, they'll reach where I want them to go safely? So you have to weigh. If I use this, my goods might get damaged. All my things, what I want to carry, it might get destroyed on the way. So I have to use the other mean of transport. So you check your safety on what you want to try, on what you want to carry. We also have the speed. You know very well the aeroplane moves very fast compared to the bus. So let's say maybe you want to cross the border to another country. Now, what are you going to use? If you use the bus, you're going to take long time. But if you use an aeroplane, it will only take you few hours and you are there where you want to go. So another thing to consider when you are choosing the mean of transport is the speed. We also have nature of commodities. Now, these are the things you want to carry. Now, this one applies to the things now, what you want to carry. Let's say now you have the vegetables. We know the vegetables get spoiled very fast. So, if you say I'm going to transport my vegetables to the market by walking, and then someone says, and the distance from where you are to the market, it's very far. So by the time you reach the market, the vegetables are already spoiled. And someone else chooses, now I want to carry the vegetables to the market, let me use the lorry to take them there. So this person is using the lorry, by the time he gets to the market, the vegetables are still fresh. So you look at what you want to carry, the nature of things you want to transport. Then we have the flexibility. Flexibility means, how can I get this mean of transport when I need it? Is it available anytime, or I have to wait? Now we say water, air, and railway line. The railway lines are inflexible. This one, if you need them, you not get them at the time. Maybe you need to travel now. You go to the airport and you find there is no airplane moving at that time. You go to you choose the mean of transport, water. You go to the harbor, you find that the ships are not, there is no ship ready to travel at that time. So we say water, air, and railway are inflexible. You can't get at the time you need them. But the land transport, that is the bus, the bicycle, walking, they are flexible. You can get, if it's car, you can get it anytime you need it. If it's bicycle, you can get it any moment you need it, and you move to where you are going. So these are the factors to consider. We have distance, cost of transport, safety, speed, nature of commodity, and flexible. And remember, the only mean of transport that is flexible is the land transport, and that is by use of bus, cars, bicycle, and walking. Thank you for watching. This is the end of our lesson.